Hey, what's going on, my friends? In this video, we're going to take an updated look at our dividend portfolio where we are contributing $25 a week. As you can see, the market gain over the past day, since we're recording this technically a little earlier than usual, but it's still the weekend, the market gain has given us $4.38 with a return of 0.36%. giving us a total current value of our dividend portfolio of $1,214.85. We started this with $100 back on February 1st, and this is where we currently are, as you guys can see. If we take a look at our past week, we're actually up $19.45, which is a return of 1.64%. When we jump out 1 month, taking a little bit of a hit there, and we're down $15.29 with a negative 1.30% return. But 1 quarter, it jumps up to $46.58 with a return of 4.65%. In 1 year, or all time, we have a total gain of $94.26, which is a return of 12.66%. This is pretty good, my friends. If you've been following along this whole time, you know that we actually were up a little bit, maybe 2 weeks ago. We were up a little higher than where we currently are. We had a return of 17% that we saw, which was our all-time high, I believe, so far. And I mean, this is still really good. We're doing really well with this portfolio so far. And this is something that anyone can do. We started this with $100 back on February 1st. And like I said, you might be intimidated with investing. You might be skeptical, but you know you want to make more money, or you know you want to be in a position where you have money set aside for you at some certain point down the road. Well, yes, of course, you already know you should have your emergency savings fund in place, a savings account. You know, you should have money set aside. This, you know, having a dividend portfolio, something that you can utilize to help you with saving or growing your money is great. It's going to be, you know, another revenue or income stream. However, you can't only be dependent on this. Of course, you have to have multiple income streams, and most importantly, that emergency savings account. Now, our dividend portfolio, as you guys can see, is showing us majority of that gain. Our total gain that we've received is coming from the market gain, and only $13 so far has been from earned dividends. Now, this is a new portfolio. We don't have much money in here. So this aligns with our expectations. We're not adding a ton of money in here. It's literally $25 a week. This has been a slow process. It's a grind. Started with $100, $25 a week. You guys probably see this big jump. If you're new, this was when we received our stimulus check. And then, you know, we put $500, or we put $500 in our dividend portfolio because, you know, we had a little money left over. We were able to pay some of our bills with the stimulus check, and you know, maybe you wanted to go out for one small meal, maybe, or something else, and then you had a little money left over, and you said, let's put that in our dividend portfolio. So we put $500 in here, and then aside from that, we've just been trucking along, adding $25 a week. And because we have our auto invest on, this is going to allow you to just, anytime you get those earned dividends, instead of it, you know, coming into your savings account or your checking account, whatever you have set up with your M1 Finance account, which if you haven't already started using M1 Finance, I do have a link down below where you can sign up with M1 Finance, create your own account, and start your own dividend portfolio, or any kind of any kind of portfolio, and you can get $30 for free towards your account. when you use my link down below. So anyone could do this. Again, have your emergency savings set up already, have your money in there. But after that has been, you reached your 3 months, your 6 months, your 1 year worth of expenses, any of those should cover, your bills if anything was to happen in the short term. So after you've done that, consider something like a dividend portfolio. And this, to be completely transparent, just an FYI, because some people aren't fully aware, this is not my only account. I have other accounts. This is my only public account, I guess you can say. And so anyone can start their own dividend portfolio. Anyone could really start investing. It's not as difficult or as tough as you might think it is. Now, the challenge, of course, is having good companies inside of your portfolio. Because some people might look at this list and say, ooh, this is risky. Or, ooh, why is that company there? Why is this company there? And if you're not doing your research, if you don't know what's going on with the company, if you don't know, what's the deal, and you're just like, well, I've heard of this company, or I saw a video with a YouTuber who happened to have this company in their portfolio, and they said they were doing really good. But you might not. That might be the extent of it for you. That's all you know, right? If that's you, I would consider continuing to watch, this channel and other channels and doing your own research, but ultimately just trying to absorb as much information as you can when it comes to investing, but more specifically, the companies that you are interested in. And, when we look at our portfolio, and if you say, well, our total return up here has generated, or our gains has generated $94 in total, right? Our total gains is $94. And if you sort this, from a top gains perspective, you can see, the total amount of our whole portfolio up here was $94.26. And when we come down here, and you can see, well, where is the majority of the money coming from so far? It's our REITs, our real estate investment trusts. Between these two REITs, we have $42.45 with Newt, and Realty Income has $13. So that's $55 right there alone with those two companies. And again, our total gain is $95 basically. So that means these companies are killing it right now. They're doing really well. And REITs, well, can generate really good returns when it comes to a dividend portfolio. But the thing you have to keep in mind is that if the market kind of doesn't, if things aren't going so well, these might be at the complete other end of this list in 6 months from now, and a year from now. And so you got to just know, and obviously they both focus on different type of real estate. So you have to do your research. You don't want just any REITs, or you don't want all of the same kind of REITs that cover just residential, property or something like that. You want to mix it up. And obviously I can't complain at how well they're performing right now. Definitely loving it. But when we continue on with our list, next up we have, two beverages, which happens to be funny that, we had two REITs and then two beverages basically right back to back, with Pepsi and Coca-Cola. And between the two of these, again, our gains is about $20 in total. Not too bad. 13.99% for Pepsi and 11.62% for Coca-Cola. 3M is next up with $7.24, almost 10% in our return. Johnson & Johnson about 5.75% for the return. JP Morgan Chase at 4.65%. Then we have Procter & Gamble with 4.07%. Then Verizon Communications and AT&T at the bottom with 2.61%, and then negative 0.63%. Now, like I said a moment ago, you might think, well, yeah, I can start investing. This is easy. This is simple. Like, I'm seeing everything he's doing, and I'm da-da-da. Like I said a moment ago, yes, it's fairly easy. It's pretty simple, but you still need to do your research. You still got to kind of check in on the companies that you have in your portfolio to know what is going on, right? Because these companies are in your portfolio. And if something happens with them, well, or if they have some big plans, some big changes that will really impact the company for the short term or for the long term, well, you want to know that, right? You have your money invested in this company, so you should be interested in knowing what is happening with this company. And when we look at this list, we have these peers. We got the real estate up here, then we got like beverages, and then when we come down, you got telecommunications and kind of obviously AT&T. Well, they're at the bottom, and as you guys may or may not know, a lot of big changes going on over there, including them, everything with them in Discovery. And most importantly, with us, that impacts us is their dividend portfolio. Essentially, their dividend being cut in half. Not dividend portfolio, but their dividend being cut in half. And that's a huge blow, especially if you're someone who's currently relying on their dividend payouts as a source of income. If you're someone older and, an elderly person who's retired and you've just been living off of your dividend payments that you're getting, once a month or once a quarter, and you had AT&T in your account, well, this recent adjustment, this change was not something that you would have been looking forward to. And so, I just really wanted to talk about that, just the importance of, I would definitely encourage you to invest your money, because having a savings account, once you reach, that so much money in your savings, you want to start to invest and really get your money to work for you. That's what it's all about, getting your money to work for you, growing your money. And you, with compound interest, and getting your money, your dividend payout, to just be reinvested, having your auto invest on, where once you get, your money, once you get paid, which on here they have a minimum, or you gotta have at least at $25. And once it reaches $25, it will be automatically reinvested. So I never have to do anything in here. I contribute automatically $25. Just set it up automatically, which is beautiful with M1 Finance and most investing platforms. You can auto invest on a weekly, on a daily, on a monthly, on a quarterly basis, whatever you want to do. And you don't have to do anything. You just got to make sure you have your money in your checking or savings account, and you have this connected, and it will grab that money. And same thing when you get your earned dividends in your market gain money. That's never going to change. But your earned dividends primarily and whatnot. Like I said, you want to make sure this is on, your auto invest is on, and have that at 0. And it will just automatically make sure your money gets put back into your account and continues to work for you. That's what it's all about. Because over time, this is going to add up to a lot more than what your money would add up to if you just had $25 going into a separate savings or checking account. Now, I, for example, have a checking account, savings account, checking account with a credit union here in Massachusetts, DCU, Digital Credit Union. I love them. And they are online as well. So I don't think you have to just be local. And they, for example, have really good, why am I going blank? They have a really good interest on their first $1,000. But once you reach the $1,000, then it like drops to like, 0.00, like 2, or it's like 0.02, or like it's low. And it's like any other bank, basically. It's like a regular rate. But like the first 1,000 is pretty good. It's actually pretty high. But once you reach that 1,000, it's like, okay, well, we're good here. So it's things like that where at that point, it doesn't make sense to continue to just put your money in a savings or checking account that isn't working for you. It's not growing for you. In this case, we have our $25 a week, which you can increase it if you're in a position where you're like, hey, I want to add $100 a week. $500, whatever it might be. $250. There we go. Just add a zero to that 25. Just add a zero to that 25. Sorry, my friends. And it's going to be growing substantially faster, much more than what we're currently working with, because you have more money in here that's working for you, where you're getting a larger amount of earned dividends. So I think that should make sense. I hope you guys get that. Some of you might be like, well, this isn't much money, but it's about the return that you should really be focused on right now. And the fact is, you're not gonna get a 10% or better return from your money going in your savings account. So this is just, as you guys already know, our $25 a week dividend portfolio that anyone can do. You have no excuses. Start your portfolio today. There's a link down below. But with this ongoing consistency and continued contribution of our $25, we're able to see our money growing for us, and it's beautiful, right? I mean, we started this with $100, and we're already over $1,000. So now the question is, why haven't you started your dividend portfolio yet? And like I said before, maybe I got you a little intimidated now, because maybe, once I kind of got into the importance of doing your research, knowing a little bit about your companies, knowing, what's going on, what's happening, that might have turned some of you off. And there are other options that you can consider that might be better for you than investing in a single company like AT&T or Verizon or any of these companies in here. However, it might be a good move. It might be something, people do it for a reason, right? We wouldn't do it no one would do it if it didn't make any sense at all. That said, like I said a moment ago, there might be other alternative options that are better, more suitable for some of you out there that we will talk about in some upcoming videos. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and of course, like this video. It does help us, shows us you guys appreciate this type of video content and the research we're doing and the consistency we're trying to maintain, especially when it comes to this portfolio, but specifically this channel. And yeah. Like this video, comment down below, let me know, what do you think? Should we jump ship on AT&T now? Have we rode with them for long enough where we're like, okay, let's get rid of them? Or do we stick around with them a little bit longer? I think we should stick around with them a little bit longer, but I don't know. Like I said, there are other options out there that we can consider when it comes to getting dividend payments. So comment down below, let me know what you guys think about AT&T. Like I said, there's a link to M1 Finance where you can get $30 when you start your own account. There's also a link to Webull where you can get some free stocks when you start an account with Webull, which is one of my other favorite investing platforms. And of course, I think with Webull, with the free stocks, the major thing is I think you have to deposit $100. So you start an account, I think you get like a free stock, and then if you deposit 100, you get another free stock or something like that. But hey, free stocks to basically encourage you or get you going in the right direction. Come on now, that ain't bad, right? What more can you ask for? All right, my friends. Well, I'm going to keep it moving. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I'm loving where we are currently at with our $1,214.85. Yeah, my man. Yeah, I'm loving it. No. But all right, my friends, I got to keep it moving, but you already know. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.